My grandfather kept a monkey. Eat monkey peaches and sell monkey skins. One day, an old monk passed by. Grandparents are feeding the monkeys, so I served him a bowl of rice. The old monk holds a rice bowl. The eyes are fixed on the throat. Plums wrinkled tightly. He suddenly got loud and treated me well. "Oh, brother, what's wrong with your monkey?" "Kill now." Grandpa was on a quest. Hearing this, he frowned. "Put down the knife in your hand and stare at the old monk." "You old bald donkey. What nonsense." The old monk shook his head. "Point to the thinnest and smallest monkey in the throat," Dr. Chen said. "That's no ordinary monkey. I'm afraid it's a lie monkey. It will be amazing when you grow up. Must be killed quickly. Otherwise, something big will happen." I heard it. I don't want to tremble. He forgot his throat. I saw the little monkey squatting in the corner and staring. The old monk's eyes are full of hatred for slaves. But found me looking at him. He immediately lowered his head again. For a moment, I felt a chill behind me. Don't blame me for that. The old monk didn't finish speaking. He strode out. Over a handful of old monks, avoid the rice bowl in his hands. Fall to the ground. "How dare you live with that hair thing? Get away from me." The old monk was pushed with a bright gun. He bowed his head and sighed. "What else do you want to say to Grandpa?" Grandpa doesn't give him clothes to talk about. The temper kicks the head. I was hurt by my grandfather's lower abdomen. Can't go over. Can only watch. His old monk was kicked and stumbled. Hide outside the moon door. After kicking the old monk out of the house, Grandpa cursed and went back to see the monkey. Grandma whispered to him to go out to eat. Grandpa is angry. "Lift your foot and buy me symmetry." Stepped on it. "What are you looking at?" "The monkey is a genius and learns to pick a lock from you. I think your brain is not as fast as a monkey." "Bad luck. Don't look at this monkey's skinny size." Yeah. Designated later, grow tall and strong. Can broadcast a good skin. There was only one elevator left, but silently out of the little dragon no longer spoke. His grandfather made a panic. I quietly walked to the gate of the courtyard, picked up the begging bowl on the ground, reloaded some rice. He took it out and handed it to the old monk. The old monk didn't go far, and I handed him the begging bowl, and he seemed surprised, and nodded at me. Whisper. The child's chest and throat are cruel, but also clear grievances. You have a good heart. Have a good death. And as he said that, he raised his gun at me. Then he grabbed the rice in the bowl with his bare hands. Eat and walk away. What the old monk said made me a little confused, so I can't help but take another look when I don't want to. Later, the skinny monkey is still in the corner. When I wish, and he looked up at me. That look is different from other monkeys. More like human eyes. I couldn't help but beat up a traitor. I can't look anymore. Run over and ask. That night I was lying in bed and I could not fall asleep. The eyes of the little monkey always come to mind. I always feel like he's staring at us outside the window. One morning a few days later, this is the van that one of the bosses drives. Bring a few people to the village, named to eat raw encephalitis. Grandpa is very happy. The league put them in the eating booth and started tinkering with brain tools. Boss Chen and a few people he brought were sitting and drinking tea. Wait for the show! Grandpa opens his throat. A fat mouse was caught in his hand. Tied him up and stuffed him under the dining table. Only half of his head is leaking out of a round hole in the middle of the table. The monkey was planted out of its mouth. It can only make a dripping humming sound. He was shaking. And I stood there in the tool yard sort of blank. Hands drilled tightly in a corner. This moment, I feel like I'm a monkey killer too. Fierce. Grandpa had a sharp boning knife in one hand. The other hand groped on the monkey's head. He was looking for Gufeng's location. A few seconds of Grandpa hand greeting. All I heard was a crisp click. The monkey's celestial cover and skin were forcibly pried open. A set of actions. Not even a shred of extra blood came out. Roman Chen and the people he brought were stunned to see. We all applauded and clapped. The monkey was still mumbling. 2 legs kicking under the table. But she was limp and had no strength at all. My ears are full of monkey stuff. I can only cover my ears desperately. I turned my head away and didn't dare to look again. Grandpa gently dug out the good brain with a small spoon, divided into small bowls. Bring it to the bosses. Boss Chen couldn't wait to pick up a small spoonful. I blanched the hot pot for 3 seconds. Then put it in your mouth and savor it. Immediately praise. Wonderful, old Wang To. You still have one hand. Ha ha ha, don't laugh. The wrinkles at the corners of your eyes are squeezed together. Hand over. Over the top, over the top. Bosses, eat slowly. I let the monkey go first. Finish. He dragged the boiled monkey out of the kiosk and left him in the yard. Call Grandma to boil some water and prepare to peel. I fooled the other monkeys in the cage. Squeezed into a ball one by one. Half in the eyes, half in terror. Grandpa skinned it on purpose in front of the monkeys. He used to say that monkeys are actually very timid. They saw this scene. Will become honest and obedient. I dare not look. but I don't know why. My eyes are full. Move to the one in the cage without funds. Skinny rat. His eye circles are different from other mice, with a strong hatred. Staring at Grandpa's every move from an artificial high ground. It gives me the creeps. I couldn't help but shout. Grandpa, look at that one. The little monkey has human-like eyes. When I look up at night, the little monkey has long been hiding behind the back of the horse, hidden. The eyes have become dull and terrified, just like any other monkey. It was like that moment was just an illusion. After peeling the monkey skin and washing it clean, Grandpa is still with his grandma. It's done. Brother Hu Shunlong goes to town to sell monkey skins. Before leaving, he commanded, "Watch this monkey. Don't let them fight. If something goes wrong, I want you to look good." I nodded again and again. I feel uneasy. It gets hotter in the afternoon. I'm sleepy too. He fell asleep on the table in a daze. A sudden clang woke me up, and I snapped my eyes open. Through the window, I actually saw that little monkey look like a human. Standing at the door of the cage, the key in one hand is unlocking the cage. Where did he get the key? Only Grandpa has the key to his throat in the house. I went out to stop him, but the moment I met his eyes, my legs froze. His eyes were originally black. Now it has become worried green, staring at me, as if warning me not to move. I bit my lip again and again. The legs are like tied stones. Can't lift it at all. The little monkey quickly opened the cage. After he emerged from the cage, turned around and locked the iron cage as it was. He threw the key into the jade and climbed to the ground. Then he rushed to the southwest corner of the yard in 2s and 3s. There are piled up day and night, the carcass of a slaughtered monkey. The little monkey picked it up from the ground. A monkey carcass bites open its mouth. Although far apart, but I see it clearly. The gold teeth in the little monkey's mouth. That's a lot more than the other monkeys, obviously. Eat the monkey carcass as soon as you switch it. He had a big black bone in one hand. Gnawing. He was gnawing on the bone. Turn your head to look at me. No green light in both eyes, but it was bloodshot. Equally terrifying. His mouth suddenly turned. It revealed a human-like smile. I felt like my heart stopped beating for a moment. But he disappeared outside the courtyard wall just by one go. My dad was on the ground gasping for air. I dare not get up, don't even dare to open the door, for fear that the little monkey will grow and relapse. Is Xiaojiang sitting on the ground? Sitting there till dusk. Grandparents stepped on their eyes and went home. I just came in and kept yelling. "Hey brat, why don't you know to open the door?" The life of Lord Pingbao. I suddenly had the strength to get up from the ground. Run out the door and face Yamai. Grandparents, the little monkey ran away. When my grandfather, who was walking down from there, heard he rushed to the edge of his throat. The look on his face instantly stuck up. Grandpa picked up a stick from the side. Hit me in the head. "You bastard. Who told you to let me go, monkey?" I habitually hugged my head. "Let the stick hit you." Not me. It was the little monkey who opened the lock and ran away by himself, and ate up the dead monkey at noon. Grandpa turned his head and saw the corner of the swallow. There were only a few broken bones and meat left on the ground at this time. Grandpa's face is clearer. "I don't care if you're stupid. Don't try to run when you see my cage." Grandpa calls mother and grandmother. I called a few young descendants in the village again. A group of people. The mighty went to the mountains to find monkeys. It's completely dark. Fog in the mountains. A few strange noises of supper were heard in the distance. I look behind the crowd. I'm up and down. I always feel like something is hovering around me. Keep finding the sound. I didn't see the sound of the little monkey. Grandpa took a hard bite. "Let's go. This pork won't get far. Go tomorrow." But slowly it has to fade away. In the blink of an eye, 3 months have passed. The weather turns cold. The monkeys in the farm are stronger. I can't laugh looking at these monkeys day by day, because the annual monkey festival is coming. Monkey Day comes every year. Foreigners will rush to our remote mountain village. Go to work, drink red wine and buy high beer. The most important thing is of course the quality. Tasted a new legend. Ho lao chance. There were hurried footsteps outside the yard, with a shrill cry for help. My little girl is gone. I looked out the door. I saw that the people in the west of the village were willing dressed into the yard. Pale face full of lens. His trembling hands gripped the knight's arms. Cried into tears. "Brother Wang, my little knee is gone. The villagers listen to you. Please call someone to help me find it." Grandpa was caught by him and couldn't stand still. Can't catch the brow. Rather than being impatient. Children are playful. Run out and play by yourself. Don't make a fuss. But Aunt Lou held on to him. Pounce up and come back. Many were attracted by you back then. Girder constipation. Let's talk about being happy. Grandpa doesn't look good. He glanced at Aunt Lou. Okay, stop yelling. Let's look for it later. The villagers listened to their grandfather. Hurry up and fight. With iron bridge sticks. Walk towards the merchants behind the village. I looked for a total of more than 2 hours. A villager suddenly shouted not far away. "Come here." We found ourselves. I saw a bunch of panic. There are some broken relics scattered around the bushes, and a few blood-stained broken bones. Aunt Lou's surveillance was stunned, then pounced on it. This is Joni's dress. Oops, the red clothes are well drummed up. I'm looking at that pile of broken bones, and I'm always worried about this. The villagers were so frightened that they took a few steps back. Someone is down. You little girl. Was this bitten to death by the valley? Grandpa's face is very clear. He glared at him. Powerful. Nonsense. What a war ghost. Here it is. He paused and gritted his teeth to make up for it. This is Xiao Miao, who was bitten to death by Lao Chai. Obviously sheep bone. Where is the profound bone? His Majesty said. Grandpa happy? Go to Aunt Lou's side. The ground said something to him. Aunt Lou's crying stopped immediately. His face changed several times, then nodded. He quieted down. Grandpa turned to the big guy and said, Hall Street is coming soon. This street cabinet is too. He can't do this job. Go outside and place a book. Otherwise it will cut off the wealth of the villagers. It will be a good life in the village by then. I kept my aunt and didn't say anything. The villagers naturally have no money. Don't be a hero. Grandpa turned around and kept Auntie, who was squatting aside. The child helped him up, stuffed a few red tickets into his arms. I know your heart is bitter. But now these ghosts. Don't let your lover know. Otherwise the villagers will blame you. I know. Keep my aunt and collect the tickets. Wiping away tears. Brother Huang, you are right. Fortunately, only the little girl was lost. If it's gone, it's gone. There was a hint of whine in his voice. I felt a chill in my heart when I heard it. Murakami is calm again. Grandpa continues to work hard. Wait for a while as if nothing had happened. I looked at his busy figure. I'm getting more and more uneasy. That pile of broken bones. That little monkey's eyes. It's all in my head. I lay down early tonight. Close your eyes but can't sleep. Suddenly I heard a low alley in the bed outside. I quietly got out of bed. He walked to the window with his hands and feet pinched. Lift the curtains. Look into the yard. Monkey Erlong stood there quietly. The monkeys are huddled in the corner. Seems to be fast asleep. I looked at it for a while but didn't see anything. I can only fall asleep again. At dawn I yawned and climbed the tree. Just walked into the yard. I smelled a pungent smell of blood. I jumped ahead, walked quickly into a monkey dragon. Not close yet. I saw a starry sky on the ground. The monkey and the dragon fell to the ground. Every head was smashed to pieces. The fur all over his body was also scratched in pieces. And I just stood there, fist in hand. Fell to the ground for a while. Grandpa heard the noise. Rushed out of the house quickly. He saw the miserable situation in the cage at a glance. His face instantly stuck to that. Picked up a stick and smashed it on the iron railing. Eyeball straight string. Damn beast, I'm going to skin you. Grandma heard the sound, and Grandpa ran out quickly. Saw blood all over the ground and dead monkeys. Pale with fright. Mouth straight. What's going on here? Grandpa kicked the iron cage. That must be when he came back for revenge. This beast is the most vengeful. Grandma clutched the apron tightly, shaking all over. At this time, the surrounding villagers also heard the sound. Around the gate. Seeing the scene in the yard, it was cold. Ask what's going on. Grandma was about to speak, but was stared back by Grandpa with a look. He squeezed out a smile that was uglier than crying. Hey, it is estimated that the black bear in the mountain came down hungry to find something to eat. Can't eat monkeys in cages. Just killed them all. The villagers have a look of sudden realization. Isn't this a black bear? Otherwise, how can we smash the monkey head together? Yeah, I guess so. Take a look. There are such big footprints by the courtyard wall. Nothing but black bears. And that's when I realized. There are 2 huge footprints at the foot of the courtyard wall. Deep in the mystery. Grandpa also stared at him and called him God-given color. 5 steps around. The villagers comforted their grandfather with a few kind words. They all went back. Wait for everyone to go. Grandma whispered to Grandpa. Why did the old man hurry up and pack up? Run away to town. I'm afraid that monkey has become a mountain ghost. We can't afford to offend. Grandpa threw the water head hard. Glanced at him. Come again and I can peel his skin. Grandparents have been busy all day. He threw away all the monkey food. The wind is calling at night. Suddenly, there's the same weird little bridge outside as last night. The sound was intermittent and traveled away for a few days. My heart suddenly kicked into my throat. Nestled in the quilt and didn't dare to move. At this time, a pair of warm and rough hands. Holding my little hand. It's Grandma, he whispered to me. Don't be afraid, Grandma is here. Grandpa also got out of bed. The boning knife he pulled from the end of the bed was on the edge of the door. Staring at the coat through the crack of the door, the laughter outside is getting louder and louder. With the same loud bang. Apparently something jumped into my yard. I feel like all my blood is frozen. Just then, turn back just as violently, look flustered, the same enemy. Fast forward to the cellar. Grandma pulled me up, stumbling into side fog towards the earth. The earth lid was covered with a handful of blood by Grandma. Blood was shoved in me. I jumped down too. Before entering low-key, I glanced out the window. That one look almost blew my mind away. I only saw a hotel, and the poop is clinging to the window. Looking into the house, eyes that radiate light, embedded in a strange blue and purple face full of erect steel. A large bloody mouth opened slightly, too long and sharp. The teeth are outside against the windowsill. Grandma yelled, "Come in, old man." Grandpa directly lost the one in his hand. Shaved bonehead suddenly called Pettit brother. Almost none of the fish die, but blame me for getting drunk. Honey like sickle, the claws of the knife went towards Grandpa's back claws. In the nick of time, Grandpa got into the corner of the ground like an antique, then quickly covered with a thick iron cover. He locked the baffle from the inside, tightly grasping the baffle handle. I don't dare to take another breath. As soon as I closed the cellar, there are a lifetime of sharp bridges outside. There were heavy footsteps outside. Then a sniff came into my ears. I can imagine a huge ghost sign. Take it down. Take a look where we're hiding. My heart is about to jump out of my chest. Suddenly there was a wild roar. Really, the whole cellar heard a sound. Then there was a violent crash outside. The ghost was sent to the crazy smashing cellar to open the door. The tunnel cover is made of iron. The ghost can't get away for a while. You can only take your breath elsewhere. I don't listen to the pounding sound outside. From time to time there is a sound of breaking behind the scenes, or the sound of the special room crashing. I don't know how long it has been. Mai's voice has subsided. The whole body was hunched tightly all night, the horse beast still clutching the first grating, not moving at all. Grandma's trembling back. Has he left? Grandpa didn't speak. After a while, his slow moaning, gently push open a gap in the mouth of the cellar. Dawn shines into the corner, reflecting the sweat and exhaustion on his face. He finally sighed heavily. Oh, gone. After saying that, he crawled out of the cellar first. My grandmother and I also hurried out. Just out of the cellar, the scene in front of me was so startled that I almost screamed. The entire house was almost completely destroyed. Whether it's the bed cabinet or the snow, all smashed to pieces. All the walls collapsed. None of them are. Okay, only the brick courtyard wall outside is still intact. Grandma looks at the ruined house, eyes full of tears. Grandpa punched hard. Half my life, the man finally couldn't help but speak. Why is the old man still the head? At this time, the monkey really became a mountain ghost. We can't fight. His voice carried a bridge. The horror and ferocity of Shuhao, it's beyond our comprehension. Stay here and no one will die. Grandpa stared at Grandma coldly when he heard this. Where to run? Said the knight with a sneer. Spit a mouthful of phlegm and threw a ruthless force into it. You didn't see that animal last night. I don't know how long it is. It's even bigger than a black bear. To catch him, show how big his fur is. This whole big piece of fur. Everyone has family and nothing to do in the county seat. And he was saying this, his eyes turned to the distant mountains. It's as if I've seen the ticket. Oting's scalp is numb. That makes it so cruel and scary. All night thinking about Potter's skin. Grandma touched her eyes. Are you crazy? That's a mountain ghost. I'll tell you what, ladies. Grandpa slowly approaches Grandma. I have the final say on this. If you don't want to be beaten, talk less. He grabbed the bamboo stick from the wall. Hit him in the face. Grandma turned around and held me and let the bamboo stick poke my back. Didn't say another word. Grandpa is probably really crazy. After she got together, our house has been thoroughly maintained. Can't protect cooking. I can't live there anymore. After Grandpa worried about Grandma, probably out of breath, take the shovel and turn it to the bottom of the courtyard wall to dig up. Dig half a spoonful. A long cloth bag was dug up. He turned to look at us with the cloth bag. Go with the baby first. 2 sleepover skills. Then get a mason to help fix the house. Life is my neighbor. I always want to learn from my grandfather. Monkey craft. Gifts to Grandpa during the holidays. Very enthusiastic. I didn't expect he refused his grandfather's request to stay overnight. Grandpa is furious. Opponent? I'm usually quite polite to you, right? I just need to borrow your home now. Hide hook for a few nights. You are so stingy. Life puts on a fake smile. Lao Wang said that what you said is meaningless. How many things have I sent you? You didn't pass me any craftsmanship. Well, Grandpa squeezed a smiley face out. You see, our distant relatives are better than our close neighbors. I definitely want to consider accepting you in the future. Life sneered. I'm afraid I won't have this opportunity. Grandpa's face collapsed. What do you mean by life? Life goes on to say. Lao Wang said that I will tell you the truth too. One day when that old monk comes to you to beg for food, I heard everything that was said. I saw the fight last night too. That thing is very vengeful. I still have one more shot. I dare not leave you at home. Grandpa gritted his teeth. You look pretty clear. Very lazy to stare. I squeezed a word out of my teeth. Life and family can't be done. Grandpa led us out of the village. Absolutely fight the world and live in his real house inside and out. The old irons are not afraid of him. The eldest aunt is my grandfather's biological sister, married a blacksmith from the same village. The early years were rich days. Later, the aunt did not have to live in all the houses in the village. Go to the distant mountains to collect ginseng with. As a result, I didn't get it. By then, there were 13 people in a group, and only my aunt came back. But he also bit 3 fingers on his right hand. The leg was also crippled. After returning, it spread in the village. Everyone knows it's time to be vengeful. The whole village is pushing him. Grandpa rarely interacted with him either, so the eldest aunt simply moved to the edge of the village by herself. Soon we arrived at the edge of the village. The big iron gate outside the aunt's house is rusted. The walls of the courtyard are full of rivers and lakes. It looks like a little cloudy. Grandpa walked to the door. He raised his hand and knocked on the 9 door rings. After a long time, the iron gate just squeaked. Granny, open. A sales figure appeared behind the door. It's the rich woman. He was wearing a Mapo cotton padded coat, face full of folds. He glanced back and forth over us a few times. That's why I asked, Uncle, why are you here? Hey, sister. Do a zoom and chase the roof down. Flowers fell to the ground. It's too cold to live in. I just wanted to come and stay with you for a few days. You lost too. The smiling face is a little softer than it is rare to put. The great witch frowned and smiled, a glint of melancholy in my eyes, but finally nodded and said, Ah, come on in. The eldest aunt silently led us into the house. Let's live in the west room. After dinner, the aunt said that there is not much firewood at home. He's going to the mountains to pick up some dry firewood. Grandma blurted out. You can't go to the mountains, Uncle. Grandpa helped that grandfather hard. I cut off his mic. Why can't I go to the mountains? I just came back from the mountains yesterday with a lot of firewood. It's good to get ready before it snows. But Ming, let's also go up the mountain to help the uncle pick it up. The eldest aunt swept the grandpa's milk. His expression didn't change. It's okay. You won't be staying long. I can pick it up alone. It was convenient for Uncle to go out last night. He just left the house. Grandpa threw his hand to Grandma. You fucking almost missed the seat. Grandma is a little wronged. It's evening of failure. If you are brave enough to go up the mountain and really meet that beast. So what can we do about that? Grandpa smiled. I really ran into that. It wasn't just right. We don't have to rebuild our house. This great array room is also very comfortable to live in. He said and lay down on the kong. Don't take off your shoes. I'm tired. I'll sleep first. Don't be noisy. I was so scared. Grandpa means the aunt of the 8th mother-in-law died on the mountain. And as I talked, I got more and more flustered. Finally, I made up my mind to chase after him quietly. Fortunately, Big Wukong didn't go far, and I caught up with him. He looked at me expressionlessly. What's wrong? Auntie me. I swallowed. I feel my heart beating so fast. The doctor said, I gotta tell you something. Our house collapsed, not by the wind. It's man-eating monkeys. He might be in the mountains. Big belly face. Color violates the word man-eating monkey when it hears it. But soon it was back to normal. Why didn't your grandpa say, I lowered my head and bit my lip, not knowing how to answer. Auntie listened to me. Otherwise listened to him old-fashioned. Touched my head and said, Hey, you don't have a bad heart. You can go back. My house is very old. As long as you lock the iron door and hide at home, it will be fine in a few days. And I kind of tickled. Ask again. What about you, Auntie? It's rare for a big aunt to smile. Don't worry about me. I have seen human monkeys. I know how to avoid him. It was a calm night. After breakfast the next day, the eldest aunt did not come home yet. Grandma and I are a little worried. Grandpa smiled. Didn't come back all night. Big sister, I don't know if she can come back. Grandma sighed and paused. Grandpa glared at him coldly. He took out 2 more tickets from his jacket. Still at Grandma's desk. Don't sigh here. Pick up the bus. Go to Zhang Laosan's house to drink 5 kilo of pork. Buy 2 chickens. Go and get another 5 kilo of rice wine. Squeezed wine and vegetables on the hour. Did you borrow money? Wondered. Why does the old man buy so much wine and meat? Grandpa kicked him. If you want to buy it, hurry up and buy it. What are you talking about? In the evening, Grandpa came back with a large group of people. It's all young backhanders who are idle in the village. Grandpa beckoned them to sit in the main room. Call me again to bring tea and water. When I pour them tea, Grandpa has put his long strip of cloth. The bag is on the table. The eyes of those young successors glowed one by one. Uncle, you have this thing. Not to mention monkeys and black bears. Grandpa cares about him with his bare hands. Don't underestimate that beast. Black bears don't necessarily have his strength. Another young excuse. That thing is really that big. How much is this fur worth? Grandpa has long teeth. The eyes are mysterious. Just this skin? Enough to buy an apartment in the city and survive. The so-called oshikuku. The grandma who steamed strips pushed a cart of meat and wine. Take a look at the mayor at home. He couldn't help but frown. Between cooking, he took the time to find his grandfather. Old man, these are two girls who steal chickens and dogs. What are you treating them to dinner? Well, Grandpa sneered. Only those who steal chickens and dogs can get this beast. Grandma reacted immediately. He walks by. You haven't seen how fierce that beast is. It's not very useful. Grandpa frowned. You talk a lot. No matter how fierce he is, can he stand a gun? Grandma suddenly realized. That long cloth bag turned out to be haha. Master smiled. I'm not going to be like those idiots. Really handed this thing in for nothing. Grandpa accompanied a group of young children. After drinking the wine and eating the meat, just tell them to find money in the yard. Everyone was busy for a long time. Dig a big deep hole and hit some bamboo poles on it. Then sit on the straw. A simple trap is ready. The sky and the earth have settled down. The cold wind blows through the yard and I shiver. The crowd crowded into the main room and smoked the lamp. Get the door and window. Staring at the threshold, and the world was quiet. There is no movement from the stone monkey at all. Grandpa stood at the door with a cold face. The long cloth board has been taken apart. Inside was a gun. He stood with the gun boiling. The whole person's momentum is much higher than the previous 2 days. A low voice suddenly came from a distance. An amazing teenager. A rotten aura gradually dissipated. Suddenly, 2 huge spiritual lanterns appeared outside the far door. The eyes of man-eating monkeys. Once the wolf pursues, the shotgun became a kind of gun for the monkey. However, he underestimated the agility of man-eating monkeys. Just a whoosh. It jumped behind a wall like lightning. Gunshots echo in the night sky. After emptying, Grandpa quickly re-entered the state. Aimed at, but dare not hit him. If you empty it again, I'm afraid there will be no chance. The stone monkey calmly turned around from behind the wall. Step by step into the courtyard. He stopped in front of the trap. I looked at the main room. Manager Yan seemed to show a mocking voice. Look at that beast's eyes. Is it the same as people? Some young descendants said, trembling, but no one answered. You are also waiting for the sky to come. You guys go out first. Sheena's attention keeps him from staring at me. I can hit him. A few years ago, having a child hesitated overnight. It got louder. Do you still want the bricks house? Do you want to marry a wife? After people came up, they came one by one from the house. Went out. They had forks and shovels and stuff. 30% of the nests stand on each side, waving a weapon at the stone monkey. Shi Yuanhao encouraged him to quit. He suddenly raised his leg and kicked. He kicked a big piece of mud off under his feet. Head towards the people on the east side. Insiders will be shrouded in my dust. Insiders panicked. Mess up the wielder. Occasional advice. Who else is deliberately engaging in it? A big lump of dust adds so much. Moment. 20,000 years ago, he said he was shouting and talking about it. The crowd heard gunshots. The first to revel rushed into the complaint. But go back to the house and look back. No sign of the Ishihara monkeys. Why did the beast disappear? Did you run away? People water flowers and wet grass, all looking at Grandpa. Grandpa pursed his lips with a dark face. Obviously don't know what happened. Just when everyone was worried. Suddenly there was a boom. The cell collapsed with the measurement. I took a look at the iron head. I saw the huge body of the stone monkey, lying on the roof at the moment. Stacked on the roof and blown down. The beam tiles keep chatting down. Several people in the room have already fell into this beam, hid inside your body. A few unique young descendants. It's good to stand on before being smashed. Run out the door without walking. But they all forgot how their mother felt. One by two, they all rolled into the big pit. There is no end in it. The lion monkey almost collapsed the whole house. I wanted to run, but neither of my legs had the strength. Suddenly a hand reached out. Grabbed me. Fast heaven and earth. Is Grandma? Grandma didn't know how to get it out of her stomach. He dragged me 3 steps and 2 steps. Rushed to the foot of the northwest corner. Stuffed me in and covered the bag again. Don't come out. I'm going to save your Grandpa. Grandma turned around and left. I would love to see through the lid. Don't look. I only hear one sound after another from time to time outside. Very angry. Wait for the sound of rapid footsteps. The underground entrance was opened. Grandpa stood outside with a gun. Shout back. Ladies, hurry up and come in. Grandma's panting voice also came from not far away. Come at this time. A blast of winter, and the ground thundered. And that's the sound of something being pierced. Sound. Grandpa, stay put. The soles of Moosey's feet kept getting angry. The hand wound of holding the gun is gently wrapped up. He kicked the cellar lid on with one kick. Then roar. Son of a bitch. I will fight with you. And then there's... Farther away is a scream. The country does not feel far away. My mouth is 45. Tears rolled down. I even pushed the lid off. The courage to take a look is completely gone. After a long time, it's finally quiet outside. I was shaking. The tears have dried up. The Trojan horse may suddenly be lifted. A pair of big flashing lanterns. Staring at me from outside, man-eating monkeys. My heart beat and my breath seemed to beat in an instant. It stopped, almost choked. Suddenly he bowed his head. Nose smiled hard. Also used like a sickle, knife-sharp claws gently poked my face. And for a moment, I felt something very familiar. That was once secretly fed by me. The little monkey with food. He looked at me for a long time, finally turn away, disappear into the moonlight. Until the dawn. I just mustered up the courage to crawl out of the ground. The yard is now ugly. The entire hall, the house seemed to have been torn apart in a severe storm. Fragments everywhere, broken hands and feet. One corpse was also smashed in the head by the skin. As long as Grandma leaves a whole corpse. I stood dumbfounded in the middle of the yard. My mind goes blank. Just then, I heard the sound of footsteps. From outside the door, and I look back. It's Auntie. He walked down silently, wrapped in a black cloth. No expression on the face. Just be alive.